Hey guys, Eric again with another YouTube video. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. We're looking at something really cool today. I think it's one of the nicest things I've purchased in a really long time. It is the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse Superman 85, Superman and Doomsday 2-pack. Before we get too much in the figure, let's look at the box. Here are with the box, guys. You can see here DC Multiverse Superman Doomsday, 85 years of Superman. They got a really nice comic book backdrop in there. You can see the figures are right here. Forgot to mention it is DC Gold label. Nothing on the bottom, of course. Superman Doomsday, DC Multiverse. And we do have some really nice artwork from The Death of Superman. And another, I don't know what comic it's from, but it looks really cool. So that was a box, guys. Let's jump into the Superman first. Here are with the Superman, and I gotta give it to Mcfarlane. These figures are so nice. This is probably one of the nicest Supermans I've seen from the Mcfarlane line. You guys can tell this is a battle damaged Superman. Get a little sneak preview of what I'm gonna talk about in a little bit. I believe it's a brand new body Superman. It is a brand new head sculpt. You guys can see here, very angry looking Superman. Paint apps are on point. You guys can see very nice skin tone. He's got quite a bit of blood effects on his face. Here we are with a bit of a closer look. Like I said, very angry looking Superman. Going right into the sculpt and paint, you guys can see here very nicely sculpted haircut. Looks really clean. He's got that nice blue shading. It looks more blue on camera. It's more of a gray. Very nicely sculpted. The shading is very nicely done, like those old comic books. Like I said, very angry Superman face. Gritting his teeth, got some blood stain right here. Beautifully painted eyes, more blood up here on the forehead. Very nicely painted Superman hope symbol. We got various tears in his suit and cross-hatching damage. You guys can see here on the arms, on his ribs over here. Some more on his bicep, on his thigh, and the boots are painted in a way to look very weathered, very comic booky, very dirty. Apart from that, I believe this is the new Superman 2.0 body. Looks really clean. It's got some nice sculpted details right here, these lines. I think it's from the new 52 Superman. Apart from that, the only new part is the cape. It looks very reminiscent to that artwork I showed on the box, and I'll put it up right here. Very nicely torn. It has a nice, really nice texture. It looks a little bit more orange on camera. It's a little bit darker red in person. It's the light. Battle damaged very well. Very nice and torn. You know, it looks like he was in a hell of a fight, of course. Girl, we got the brand new cape. So that was it for just the general stuff in the figure. Let's go to his accessories. So like every Mcfarlane figure, the Superman does come with these basic little circular stands. You know, we've seen these a million times. Does come with the usual data card. You guys can see here, Reign of Doomsday, but this is from the Death of Superman comic. Got the little bio and the same artwork right here compared to the cape. Very nice. It does come with alternate hands. Believe it or not, this figure does not come with fists. He comes with a, can describe this as a wrath hand, you know, like he's getting hit and reacting to the pain. So this is a right hand. He has a semi-gripping hand. He does come with these on. And he does come with Superman flight hands. Kind of like that David and Adam, or I don't know, Adam and God. Comes with two of these, as a matter of fact. Very fast flying hands. I did put these hands, the figure doesn't come with these. I got these from the Black Adam from the Endless Winter. But yeah, alternate hands. Now let's get into his articulation. So this is such an upgrade from the old Superman. I used to have like one of the first Mcfarlane Superman. It was very not good compared to this figure, but the articulation is as follows. Head can do a full 360. Head can go up that high, get some nice flying poses. Good, could use a little bit more customization, go up to a full-on flight pose. Does look down, side to side, you know, full 360 ball joint. Arms do full 360 on both sides, all the way up about that far. Down, got that butterfly joint in there type of thing, that ball socket joint. Upper arm swivel on both sides, double elbows. Of course, you got that 360 hand joint, forward and back 360 also at the wrist peg. Chest goes back about that far. Very, very nice. Forward, not too much, but you don't really need it. You know, he's Superman. Side to side, you can get 360 at the top. The waist does do the same thing, a little bit more tight. Legs go forward about that far. Out about that far. Not quite a split, but still good. We got double knees. 360 foot. Foot goes up, down. Get that really nice ankle pivot and the toe joint. So all in all, this is an awesome Superman. With or without the battle damage, it's a very, very clean, classic look. Now let's move on to the Doomsday. Here we have what I think is the coolest thing in this 2-pack. It is this Doomsday. It is awesome. It is so big. I can't even get his legs in. I will adjust that in a second, but this thing is just a super cool figure. So a really, really quick 360 from what we can see here. It is awesome. This might be Mcfarlane's best work I've ever seen. This instantly is probably in my top 5 Mcfarlane figures. Real quick, he does only come with 2 things. So as usual, Doomsday comes with that same circular stand and a little data card. Doomsday, Reign of Doomsday, Superman, him, and the Justice League right here. And, you know, his little data file. Now let's get into the figure. Mcfarlane really outdid themselves with all this amazing sculpting. Real quick, get a look at all this detail. It's completely brand new sculpt. Got a lot of these spikes detailed across the figure. The only thing it doesn't have paint is these little sockets. Don't really care. All these hard rock pieces are actually soft rubber. Be these, the chest, the ones on his arms. These right here, his hand spikes. All the knee stuff and the hair. These are the only hard ones on his head. Speaking of his head, let's get a closer look. Such a mean, menacing looking figure. The hair is sculpted very nicely. Little pony thing up here. Very, very nicely colored eyes. Menacing red eyes, some black shading in there. This is primarily a gray with a white shading. You guys can see there, painted little tongue, red mouth right there. Very nicely sculpted teeth and all the ridges and all the little designs on his beard, essentially. All these little rocks are sculpted very well as well. Same thing on the back. Got a brand new sculpt. Very, very nice white shading going up across the top. Same thing with the back of his chest, or his back, and then same thing with his chest here. Very, very nice sculpting, solid pieces going with his abs. Same thing for both arms. Very, very nicely sculpted. Everything is practically brand new. Even the joints got sculpting in them on both sides. And on the hand, the wrist joint, surprisingly, you guys can see that right there. The green really pops out on this figure. I think it looks really nice. It got a nice little texture on here. Looks like like shorts. The silver could have been done a lot better. I think it's very, very just flat, normal, generic looking silver. Same thing with the boots. We got quite a bit of detail on the boots. This thing is so big I gotta hold it out of camera. Sorry guys. Very, very nicely sculpted detail, futuristic design. Just zero paintwork. I mean, it pops. I like that it pops. Just lacking in the paintwork. Now I think that we got that covered. Let's get into the articulation. So Doomsday got quite a bit of articulation, starting with the head. Head goes up about that high. Look about that high. Can look down. We got that movable mouth. You can see that. Very, very angry. Arms do a full 360 on both sides. This is awesome. Arms go out about that far, and you get a pretty good range with that ball joint going into the arms. Elbows do bend about that far on this side. This far on that side, almost 90. You get a rotation at both elbows. The hands do rotate. Same thing with the other side. They do bend forward and back, just super tight. This one's particularly really hard to move. Not so much on camera, but it is very, very hard. Amazing ab articulation. It is insane. It must be an elongated double ball joint. See how far back it can go, how far forward, to the side, 360 at the top. Legs do go forward about that far. They go out, can do basically a full split. You got a single knee on both sides. Little rotation under the knee. The foot goes down, up, and ankle pivot. Got some really, really nice ratchets down here at the lower part of the body. It looks awesome. It moves very well. Let's get him into some poses with Superman. I got some in a little kind of weird little battle pose right here, you know. Taking a look at that other little hand. Like I said, that kind of wrath hand. These figures are awesome. I cannot describe how awesome this is. Probably one of the nicest figures Mcfarlane's ever done. I would super recommend this, if I'm being honest with you. I didn't do any size comparisons, don't have my collection with me. But all in all, this is an epic buy. Real quick, this is more than the average 2-pack. This is actually 60 bucks. It's gonna run you 60 bucks instead of 40. It's worth it for the Doomsday. Anyway, guys, thank you. It's my long way to return. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. I might do the Blue Beetle figures next. Hey, guys, take it easy. Peace.